Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are ya? Happy coffee. Cam here. This is just a little story about me, myself, and I, and some ways that I used to live and ways in which I do not anymore. One of those ways is that I was a huge consumer of politics. Every night I would watch my show that surely was my side leaning. My side, what is that? There are no sides, y'all. The heart doesn't have a side, is the thing. And goodness gracious, if there's one thing that I could convey and that I feel like I've been really trying to gently say to people in my life, when I hear people talking about how their day is so bad, they're good except if the world wasn't so messed up, if and people go into these long things. How you doing? If it weren't for the world. What happens in that moment? The energy is sucked from the moment. The energy is sucked from the possibility and the potentia of a joyful exchange, and instead is ripped away by some human contrived division, And I say that because I was guilty of that for such a long time. And I had people in my life during that period who would say, Cam, I don't get it. Every day you're all fired up about this and about that. Don't you see? It's the same thing every day. You're all fired up every day. It's like a soap opera. It's never going to stop. And this is not to take away from the importance of our country and a democracy. This is only to say that about 6 months ago, and I don't think I've talked about it on coffee, probably pretty intentionally, about 6 months ago, I decided that I would turn off the news. And I would instead focus on right here, right now, what is in my control, what is not. What am I willing to take action on? What am I not? And if I am not willing to back up my fury, my fire, my disheartedness with action on the ground in the world, with my voice, with my body, in some way that is positive for the problem that I'm bitching about, sorry, no other way to really say it, then really I'm just wasting my life force. I'm wasting the gift of right now in this moment. And I share all this with you because what I noticed is last night I was hanging out with a dolphin sister. You know who you are. Present Grace Healing for anybody who wants to step in a little bit of the beyond of right here in the third dimension stuff. Present Grace Healing on YouTube. So I'm hanging out with my dolphin sister last night, and we had just the most wonderful time. And I started laughing. I'm like, the world is wrapped up in this thing that's happening out there, and we're sitting here appreciating each other in a real genuine, authentic connection in love, in the heart, in full acceptance of one another in each of our struggle points. And it was just really, really positive. And then I got home and I'm trying to, stay away, even though there's that part of my old self that wants to be like, I wonder what's happening. I kind of hope things are going in a positive direction out there. And at the same time, I absolutely refuse to check in. I get a text message from one of my kids with a little update on the happenings in our world. And I felt that old pull to kind of tune in and all of that. So here's what I did, y'all. Damn it. I turned on NPR on my phone. I'm in bed. I go to bed very early and I get up at 5. I haven't been out for my walk yet because I noticed this morning I'm all like, I just, I was about to stop that and now I'm still rolling. So I'm in bed, I'm listening to NPR, and I think my heart rate went up, I think my energy started getting sucked, I think I started tapping some of that old stuff that I used to sit in. And at the time, I just couldn't accept that, you know, my argument was always like, you're just being ignorant, you need to pay attention, wake up, listen, we can't be blind to what's happening in the world. No? Yeah, we can. If I'm not gonna go do something about it, yes, it's okay to be blind. Unless we take action, y'all. Why not stay in the joy of today, here and now? And believe me, if part of us and we is out there making the change happen, out in the world, doing the work, turning the frustration and the terror and the fear and all of that, taking that energy and shifting it into joy and change, I am in full support of that. I am not in support of being blind. It breaks my heart because I sat there for so long where my joy, it was a joy kill. Because I was letting things that are beyond my control, steal my joy and steal my presence. And so then I would spend all of this time arguing with people I love about things that I'm not literally taking any action in the world to change. I'm just letting that energy, I feel like I can feel it in my heart right now when I talk about it. Thank God we get to grow, you know? I'm saying it's a tough time right now. I feel that. The energies around us do not lie. And each of us has a choice, regardless if your team wins or loses, each of us has a choice to decide how we're gonna spend a day and how we are going to move through this day. Because the thing is, y'all, is our resonance and what we put out is what comes back. And I believe we can, one person at a time, be the change we want to see by continuing to disseminate light and positive vibrations instead of because I don't know if you've noticed, there is always going to be the dark side. Without the darkness, y'all, without the darkness, there is no light. We can't even see it. We need it all. And we get to choose where we decide to spend our time and our energy and our life, and how we decide to interpret everything that comes at us, and how we want to project everything that we are contributing to this existence. I didn't mean to get off on a whole damn long speech. This is so long. I'm sure my average view duration is going to be like 1 minute. For those of you who need the message though, it's here, because I ain't got no time to edit. And to my people in my life who I battled, so I could stay stuck and stay addicted to the drama of things outside of my control. I owe those folks an apology. It is not an election that determines my happiness today, and it doesn't have to be what determines yours. And that's a real freeing thought, So feel free to turn it all off and step outside and look at the dang sunshine shooting through the trees. Maybe wash your windows, I don't know. That's all I got. Stay away from the nicotine. Toothpicks work.